Yes, I am 100%. Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this race since we left Dover International Speedway. Sorry. But I've been looking forward to it. We have a star-studded top four between Frankie Bararso, Brett Edwards, Blake Lothan, and Matthew Smith. We will get to talking to them a little bit later.
Yeah, it's gonna be great all day today, dude. Those top four in points, they've been battling all year. AJ, I know you interviewed some guys before the race, correct? Or talked with some guys via Discord. From your standpoint, what did you think the nerves looked like going into the night?
Well, what I really looked into and asked them was pretty much, hey, how are they feeling?
Right.
Are they excited? How are they going to try to keep the nerds in? And for the most part, I asked them roughly the same questions, but here's what I asked Matthew Smith. I asked him, he's got a shot at being an Apex champion. How excited was he? And how is he going to try to keep his nerves in check? And he pretty much said he's running about 350 laps to try to prepare himself for tonight's big race. He has said that this is one of his worst tracks. And I think in preparation of that, I think he's really put in the time for it. He's got three other pretty good contenders for the title, and he's really just looking to put out there to be a goal for him. And if he can be as consistent as he wants to be,
yeah,
he thinks he has a shot for it. Matt, I just want to let you know, check the Discord.
Check the Discord, gotcha.
Yep.
This should be a doozy year. Do you think, in your opinion, that Mr. Smith is the kind of dark horse favorite here tonight?
Well, I think he is the major dark horse. I mean, I've been watching him put down, I'm just verifying his lap totals at the moment. I've watched him put down over 50 laps just here tonight from where I've been in the lobby. And I can verify that his lap times are very consistent with each other. He does have some close laps within a couple tenths.
Right.
But overall, compared to the other contenders, he is by far the most consistent over at least a 50 lap run, and tonight's stages are stage 40 lap 40 is our first stage, lap 80 is the conclusion of our second stage, and lap 150 is the conclusion of the Manchester Music Mill 150 for the Apex Racing Cup Series and their championship race.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a night. 4 drivers. Somebody's going to come out here with the championship. But we have a lot of other guys out here trying to make something happen. We talked with Brandon Ward before the race earlier. He was looking to come out here down with COVID, much like Steve at the current moment, kind of down with the sickness too as well. So some guys here trying to play smaller, but it is qualifying time. And here at New Hampshire, AJ, how important is that qualifying effort?
Well, this is my home track, and I'm pretty sure this is also the owner of Apex Racing Cup Series, his home track as well. As we've seen in the past, if you qualify up front here, you're most likely 100% going to stay up front. With having 13 people in the lobby here tonight, I really think that for you to get a good launch and to be able to pull away from your competitors, I think you really need to be up front for the majority of this race. Matt, I'll just ask you on stream, I don't think it's a big issue. Are you able to move the Apex Cup Series logo more towards the right?
It's pretty much stuck where it's at, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. I know that's once you load up the screen.
Yeah, I don't know why
locks it there.
I don't know why it threw it over there.
But Matt, how many times have you run the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and in what vehicle, and how successful are you?
Well, New Hampshire is not my cup of pineapples, as they like to say. This track, a very technical. It's a very, very technical racetrack, AJ, and it's kind of like a Martinsville, but on steroids. And my problem is when okay, right there, perfectly. You saw the 59 machine wiggle off of turn 4 there during his qualifying lap. What he has happens to me, only worse. Usually when it happens to me, my car comes completely around, AJ.
Yeah, I watched that happen multiple times with Brandon Ward. He just loses it off of turn 2 or turn 4. I think that has a lot to do with getting on the gas too soon and not letting the car rotate. Oh, watching it there once again with the 59. I'm currently watching on the YouTube, as are all our viewers.
Wow. There is a lot of moving around on the racetrack right now. These cars are absolutely legal. Now, we talked about how hard this track was going to be earlier with Steve and track conditions. Right now, folks at home, track temperature 110 degrees. Boy, that is hot for New Hampshire.
It is. Right now, they have it set in the middle of May at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is a beautiful sunny day up in Loudon, New Hampshire. And I can tell you from being here multiple times over the last 10 years that, oh boy, does it get hot sitting at that grandstand, and then walking on pit road before the race, it is even hotter.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding with how hot this track surface is going to be.
Well, and I'll even mention on air there, Mr. Arrows said, Mr. Steve, thank you for that, buddy. I will write the numbers down to where I have them from now on. If you've seen that last message, AJ. I tinkered with the numbers. I think I hit on something. But
on stream audio, we should be dialed in all the time. Yeah, that sounds really like a really good idea.
Yeah. So on track right now, that is the number. That's Matthew Smith out there going at it, buddy.
It is Matthew Smith coming to his green flag lap at the moment. Oh no, that was his. He's coming to his white flag lap.
Oh, Mr. Smith, what can he do? You know, Matthew Smith is much like me. He's not going to come out here and lay down a blistering fast lap. He's not going to be up front running, but what he is going to do is make that car last to the end. And here tonight, that is what his plan has got to be. If he doesn't have the pace to outrun them, which clearly by the lap time right now he doesn't, he needs to play the strategy game. Don't try to overdrive the car. Don't make a mistake don't cause the issue that isn't there. You know, you can't get no more out of the car. It is what it is. So now you got to play to your strength. And that is how you win a championship, AJ.
That's 100% how you win a championship. Yeah, everybody else can go balls to the wall from the get-go and pull away. But as they burn up the tires, as long as you're smart enough to keep your car underneath you, you can claw yourself back into it on the long run. And in that final stage, we're looking at 70 laps for that final stage.
Yeah,
you have a good chance to really connect back with that top group.
I do want to touch on the 24 here of Steve Tucker, Manchester Music Mill here, on board this car for the final time this season, and he is running an inverted paint scheme to what he has ran all year. Kind of giving a shout out to those guys here, as the Manchester Music Mill is your sponsor of your season finale here for the Apex Cup Series presented by Wheels America. Big thank you to Wheels America all season long for all their great support. And as you've seen in the promo, Wheels America coming back next season, AJ. Primary sponsor once again. Broadcasting being picked up by Signature Esports. Our friend over there, Mr. Jason, came in and helped 1 week. He will be taking over from us from here for season 2. What a great season it's going to be next year.
Yeah, I will be pretty much keeping in touch with Steve Tucker and everybody from Apex, because I would love my podcast, Nerds Who Nerd Things, all over a couple of those races once again. Bunch of fantastic guys. I have a couple of buddies that are going to be running in Apex next season as well, so I'll definitely be in touch. Speaking of drivers and speaking of playoffs, another driver I did connect with earlier before the race tonight was the number 12 car, and that is Frankie Bararso. I also asked him what was his preparation look like coming to the championship race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. He pretty much just said he's looking to work on his long race pace, and pretty much what we said for Matthew Smith there. Right. And other than that, it's another day in the office for him. It's another race. He's excited to be part of this championship race.
And speaking of the devil, there he is getting ready to roll out on pit road as well.
He also says it's been a really good season, but at the end of the day, I can only control the 12 car. And to that, he can do the best of his ability to put that 12 car in victory lane. Dave Bossman, what's up? He's up in the chat. How you doing? We're doing pretty good. We're very excited for this championship race here tonight.
Yeah, and right now, if you see this, AJ, it's Frankie Bararso on track. The last of the championship 4 to make a qualifying effort here. Let's see what the Texas Family Racing driver, Frankie Bararso, can pull off. He'll roll into 1 and 2. Good middle lane right now for the 12, AJ.
A very good middle lane there. Currently watching him. Now, knowing New Hampshire, you want to brake early well before the turn, maybe tap it as you go in to set the car. But for the most part, you want to let it roll until you're 3/4 of the way out, and then you start gassing it and full throttling it. He puts it to P2 on his first green lap, and now he's on his white flag lap, and he's got a really good line in 1 and 2 as he's hitting the backstretch one last time.
Oh, he got the wall a little bit there. That may disqualify lap number 2, AJ.
Oh, I didn't see him getting the wall, but oh boy.
Oh man, he got so close. If he didn't touch it, he was a hair width off of it. Out of turn 4, let's see what he can do. And he will be starting outside row with Travis Twitty and Matt, your final 2 to qualify. So your playoff contending cars will be starting 1st, 2nd, 4th, and then you'll have to look down there for Matthew Smith starting 10th here tonight. That is your final 4.
Speaking of our P1, Blake Lothan, the driver of the 59 car, he was the final driver that I got to interview in a certain way. He's got a shot to be Apex champion. How excited was he? How do you plan on keeping your nerves in check? And he is really excited for the opportunity to win a championship within the Apex Racing Cup Series. He's been racing a ton of AI races, over the past week, so he thinks he can put his car in the perfect situation to possibly bring home that championship. And for his nerves and keeping them in check, he's just focusing on the task at hand, driving a clean race the best he can. So the 4 drivers, we wish him nothing but the best of luck here tonight.
Well, now that is something I haven't heard a lot of, and we've talked about that before, using AI to get prepared for a race. That is something different. We haven't heard that a lot, AJ, but definitely seems to be a good strategy in my opinion. So let's take a look at your starting lineup for the Manchester Music Mill 150 on the inside front row. That's the 59, Blake Lothan. Outside of him, Frankie Barroso coming to town. He'll start second. Starting third, that Manchester Music Mill machine of Steve Tucker. Outside row number 2, that's going to be Brent Edwards right there in fourth. Starting in row number 3, Tony Edwards will start from third. Josh A. King starts from 6th. Anthony Williams and Jeffrey Sickles in that 4th row. Row number 5, Thomas Meeks and Matthew Smith. Matthew trying to get one done here tonight. Row number 6, Charles Balance and Brandon Moore starts 12th. Jess Erdman there in 13th, and Mr. Travis Twitty in 14th, and Matt Opendler starts 15th here tonight. That is your 15 card starting field for the Manchester Music Mill 150 here at the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. In the booth here tonight, AJ Coppola, Matt, as always, to bring you each and every lap of action here as we get ready to crown a champion in Season 1 of the Apex Cup Series, presented to you by WheelsAmerica.com.
All right, Matt, we're just waiting on 1 or 2 more cars to grid. And oh boy, I am very excited to see Apex Racing's finest pretty much run crazy on New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
All right, rack them, stack them, put 150 big ones on the books. You got 150 miles you've raced all year long, and it's going to come down to this race here tonight, your front row. Arguably speaking, you know, one of the favorites, and maybe, you know, if you had the power ranking these guys, I probably had Blake setting 3rd in the power ranking coming in. Very, very fast race car here tonight.
Yeah, a very fast car. He did not have the fastest car in practice, but he has, by a good 10th and then some, the fastest car in qualifying.
All right, man.
Let's see
like
if
back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Moves over to the race.
All right, we're going to display the caution back out on the racetrack. You're going to add an extra lap here to get everybody ready. Now, for everybody home, track temperature right now is sitting at 111 degrees, AJ. So it's ticked up about a degree since qualifying. So it is not cooling off, that is for sure.
No, we are in a very hot May day right now.
Matter of fact, you need to go turn the air conditioner on in the broadcast booth.
Hey, why, you sweating? I'm all nice and cool. I got my winter oh, no, that's right. We're supposed to be acting like it's in May right now. Oops.
Yeah, it's May. It's not winter, sir. we went through a teleportation.
What was I doing Saturday, May 5th? I don't know.
Probably not broadcasting.
No, God, no.
But we are ready. Lights back off on the pace car. You see the front row. Now, again, AJ, I can't emphasize this enough. It is New Hampshire. It is easy to make mistakes here. These guys up front do not need to do that. They have to take care of this car for 150 miles here tonight. Here we go. Field off turn 4. The flags are up at the flag stand. Popsicle sticks in the air, ready to go. Let's get the Manchester Music Mill 150 green at New Hampshire. We are underway. Let's find out who is going to be a champion at the end of the night. Into turn.
Blake Logan gets a really good launch going in the 1, but on that outside, Frankie Bararso is going to hold on to second. Can Steve Tucker in that 24 close the deal? Gets a little bit of loose coming out of 2. Right now, they are going to go single file into turn 3. Our leaders, actually the whole field is single file at the moment. Coming back to the line to complete lap 1 is Blake Loven.
Barroso can't do anything right now. He'll fall in line. Look at Tucker. He's now got a little bit of a battle with the 18. And I tell you what, that 1-8 is not going to wait. That's Edwards. He is trying to make short work of Steve Tucker right now, AJ.
You just saw it right there on your screen. Frankie Bararso coming out of turn 2, getting really loose. I find this track more difficult than Martinsville because of the higher speeds.
Yeah. On board right now with Mr. Steve Tucker, looking back at Tony Edwards, AJ. These two cars now looking out the front with him. This is going to be a battle all night long, AJ.
It is very much going to be a battle, and I'm very curious to see when we see the tires really kick in. Right now, we're on lap 3,
All right, man,
and there is a caution already on the field, and oh boy,
we'll get your extreme SMT.
big pile up back there.
Replay up and going. And we'll see if we can discover what the issue is here in just a moment.
We just had pretty much everybody 10th on back just loop it.
Wow. This is going to be interesting. So they just looped it around, huh, buddy?
Yeah. Go hit that replay button and go back.
That's what we're working on now for the folks at home. I literally go there on the replay button. But we got it. They go get the replay to let me have the replay. Kind of important thing. But we are there. We're going to be able to get that spot here. And let's look to see what happens back here. Man, they were racing hard back here, AJ.
Oh, yeah. It's what this whole league is. Some cars already on pit road are going to be losing a lap already. Looked like that 9 car of Matt Opplener and the 48 of Brandon Ward already going to be down 1 lap early in this race.
Well, we're still looking here at the replay. We went a little bit further back than normal. Take a look at it, make sure we grabbed everything. But it was a lot of hard racing back here in the pack 5 complete. And are you surprised that they were racing this hard back here?
I think they were just trying to race hard to get all single file, and they didn't want to give up a certain position.
So the 22 right there got in pretty deep, got into a car, ended up in the fence. That happened right there. They're going to keep rolling here. So right there is already partially contact. And then we're going to go down here towards turns 1 and 2. And the 48 and 41 were double file, and that 41's is going to get out of shape. And all of them just got out of shape out of turn 2, AJ.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Hey, Matt, while we got a little bit of time after this replay, why don't we throw it real fast back to the commercial for the next season of the Wheels America Cup Series?
And 4 sounds good, man. We will be right back here at New Hampshire. Folks, don't go anywhere. Side by side coming up. All right, and we're back here, AJ, as we get ready for another restart. 7 of 150 complete here tonight.
First stage is over at lap 40, so we're looking at another 33 laps until we probably see everybody, for the most part, come down pit road and grab tires and fuel.
Here we go. 7 laps complete, the end of the first yellow of the night here on Extreme Sim TV. And we saw back there in the back all of those cars that got wrapped up into trouble right off the rip here. Hopefully these guys can get it figured out and get it back going. You don't want to tear up too much cars, but green flag back in the air. Lotham and Barroso front row here tonight. Pretty even restart here, AJ.
It was a very even restart. Frankie Barroso's going to stick on his outside, going to make sure he can't come up. As I say that, it looks like Blake is going to be clear.
Blake wasn't clear, but he cleared himself. Right up in front of the 12. The 24, look who's up to third, Tony Edwards. Mr. Where did he come, or Mr. Brett Edwards, excuse me, up to third, AJ. What do you do if you're Brett? Man, oh man, could Brett do this tonight, AJ?
Well, he's been a very fast car all season, and right now he's sitting in P3 while the leaders are pulling away right now. That could be all strategy.
Yeah. We'll drop back to P7 here, check in on Smith. He's moved up some spots. He's inside the top 7, AJ.
He is. He's plus 3 positions from where he started the race right now. But I'm currently watching the battle for the lead, and it seems like Frankie Barroso is driving it in very deep while Blake is just putting the pedal down coming off the turn. Ooh, as he gets really loose coming out of 2.
Well, we got Carnal Wall as well. Steve Tucker, sorry about that. Steve Tucker, that right rear, that car smacked that outside wall off of turn 2, AJ.
Yeah, he's still going the right direction, still sitting P4, but there is a battle right behind him between Tony Edwards and Josh A. King.
Josh A. King to the top side of Tony Edwards. He'll clear him, move Mr. King into P5 here tonight, AJ. Man, oh man, what an evening we're having right now, AJ Capola.
Yeah,
11 miles into this, and this is already getting good.
And for everybody watching, this is the championship race for the Apex Racing Cup Series presented by Wheels America. We are at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Manchester Music Mill 150. From everybody here at Extreme Sim TV, we'd like to wish Apex Racing and their Wheels America Cup Series next season the most and genuine best of luck for next year. But right now, we are here to see if Blake Lothan, Frankie Barroso, Brett Edwards, or Matthew King can walk away from the Magic Mile with their wish granted as Apex Cup champion.
There we go. And look at Barroso running the bottom. He's going to just come out and get underneath that 59. Not enough. Ooh, man, Barroso's sawing that wheel. Wow.
Matt, why don't we do something? Let's go cockpit view.
Already there, buddy.
Frankie Barroso.
Already there. I beat you to it, didn't I? Remember the part where I upgraded my camera changing system? Like, that go you. Now, you look at how he's sawing that wheel. See if we can get another angle of this. Hold on just 2 seconds. There we go. Watch him work this wheel in that machine, that number 12. That wheel is not steady at any point in time, really.
No, it is not. And what do you think it is? Do you think the car's just loose on exit, or do you think it's the way he's driving the vehicle?
I think he is putting a lot of lead foot on that right pedal there. That's what I think's going on with that. That's not car. That's driver giving it everything he's got.
And do you think... I honestly think, especially with a track like this, you're going to want to protect the tires a little bit. Ooh, Blake in the wall a little bit coming out of 2.
We watch this battle, and they are all over one another right now.
Like, what would you prefer? 'Cause I always err on the side of if there's going to be a long run, and we know this league, for the most part, is capable of very long runs, I would be, protecting the tire a little bit. But these guys are, nope, see you later, goodbye. But as they're battling, third place Brett Edwards is closing in as he gets a little squirrely coming out of turn 2.
I think everybody's getting squirrely early out of turn 2, buddy. Man, I think even Chloe, the broadcast kitty, would get squirrely out of turn 2 here. Her paws are going different directions this week of this racetrack here. That is not a challenge for you to go try it, Clo. So, AJ, what do you think as we run right now? 17 miles complete. If you're Matthew Smith, how would you rate your first 17 miles?
Well, you're already up 3 positions.
Right.
So you're already in plus territory. Yeah. Right now, if you just get a little bit here, you still have almost 130 laps to go. So you're doing a really good job. You're not burning your stuff off like I think the leaders might be, but keep her going.
I tell you what, Frankie Barroso is like the pit bull chasing a rabbit right now. He is all over the back bumper of Blake Lotham. He's just not letting him get away right now.
Something funny, and this is an experience I have. I am very good at being the car that can catch somebody, but the minute I'm out in front, I have no clue what I'm doing after that. Because you're so used to you start using the car in front of you as a barometer, and then when there's nobody in front of you, you're like, well, what do I do now?
Where do I brake? Where do I do this? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's easier being the twirling car. It's a lot harder being the lead car.
And Blake and Frankie are really doing a very good job showing the way. But Brett is only a second and a half behind. We've seen both Blake and Frankie get a little squirrely coming out of both turn 2 and turn 4. And right there, Frankie Barroso could possibly put maybe a tiny little bumper there. But no, he'll tuck right behind Blake Lotham.
He just about turned Lotham around. I mean, the problem is how does this racetrack and slick as this
Frankie
thing is?
To the inside, Frankie Barroso to the inside.
Round the inside, Lotham going to try to pinch him.
There.
If Lotham pinches him down here in 1 and 2, he'll hold the position, AJ.
Almost like a pinch. He might hold the position, and I wouldn't be surprised if he really does, because he'll get the nice run off of turn 2.
I think he did a real nice job, though, of keeping the tires under him off of turn 2 a little bit better than I thought he was going to be able to.
Blake on the high side enters really high. Gonna wait a little while to get onto the gas and then match it coming off. They are side by side for the lead once again. Oh boy, this is great racing right now.
The best thing Frankie can do right now is drive it off in there like a dirt car like he did. AJ, he tried to drive it off in there and clear him and slide up in front of him like he would a dirt midget. And just could not get clear.
Blake's got a couple scrapes on that right side right now, but Frankie, I think, decided better of using the rest of his tires up and just.
I mean, they are aware that there's like 130 some odd miles left to go, right?
Holy cow, everybody! My heart is freaking racing right now. That was fantastic.
Frankie did exactly what I thought he was going to do. He drove it off in there, tried to slide job that car, and just could not get it clear. I mean, if he'd had another 1.5 foot, he could have split up.
Now, with all that shenanigans, Brett Edwards did nothing. Didn't close, didn't fall behind. He stayed right at about 1.5 seconds.
Early on, at least in this race, the two up front are setting themselves apart from everyone else.
Oh, 100%.
I'll tell you, it's going to be hard to beat Blake Lotham and Frankie Barroso tonight. They are on one here tonight, boys. They must have had them some glitch energy. Right now, as they continue to run, nose to tail, 25 of 150 complete. Frankie Barroso nearly tail slapping the wall, hangs on to it. Driving that thing like he stole it in Alabama, buddy. Barroso all over the back bumper of Lotham, never giving up, never missing a beat. And right now, check behind them. I do believe that third place car is starting to eat in a little bit of Brett Edwards.
He very much is. And he is running about 1/2 lane higher than what Frankie's running. And Blake really squirrely out of turn 4. I thought he was about to get turned by the 12. But Frankie Bararso is once again cutting to the inside on that second lane. That is usually the preferred lane running around this place. He's going to stay to the inside.
I think he knows that Blake's better on fresh tires, and he knows the stage end is coming. He wants to get around him now.
For these 4 playoff drivers, these stage points mean absolutely nothing to them.
Well, no, but the tires do. Think about it. If he can get around Blake here, now, from what I've seen, Blake was better on the newer tires. If they get fresh tires at the pit stop coming up, there's no guarantee that Frankie's going to be this strong for the restart. It's going to take a few laps. And here comes Tony Edwards, and he is also...
Brett Edwards.
Excuse me. Also really, really fast on the speed chart. And so is Tony as well, just for FYI. Both of them really, really quick on the speed chart right now.
What I think is going on here, and it's most likely what's going on, is Blake and Frankie have used those tires up trying to get by one of another or hold your position. And like what I said before, Brett was being patient, and look at him floor it to this top 2 right now.
Yep, 10-4, but out of the playoff 4, as you see Frankie, just an update last time by Matthew Smith, the fastest playoff car on the racetrack.
And what did we say, Matt?
Well, yeah, he hangs around. Man, oh man, this could get good. I tell you what, Frankie and Blake up there, they burnt the good gear off the rubber so far.
They did. And Brett Edwards in that 18, another playoff driver, is closing in on these top 2 guys. As Blake once again squarely out of 4, that one is not good for the tires at all.
No, you're making them mad every time you do that. And the madder they get, the worse that big one around is going to be.
Frankie trying the outside right now. This is the first time we've seen him do that.
Oh, got a little sideways. He said he sees that 18 car Brett Edwards coming, and he's like, man, I got to get around Blake, but he can't seem to get around him.
Well, I'm curious to see if they catch this lap traffic and see what the lap traffic does. I'm pretty sure that is the 41.
18 out of shape, out of turn 4.
That is the 41 of Charles Balance. And I'm curious to see what he ends up doing. Maybe he's just going to pull over for him, or I don't know. Maybe he's going to try to hold on to the lead lap, but I'm really curious to see what happens.
Well, we're about, 10 laps away here from stage break and fresh tires for these guys, and I promise you, well, everybody out here is going to take fresh tires at the restart at the yellow AJ.
Everybody is catching these top 3 right now.
Man, oh man, this is going to accordion up to be a heck of a battle. We're going to quickly drop back, and you can see everyone else pretty spread out around the racetrack, AJ, as we kind of scroll through right now.
Playoff picture for drivers right now. 59 goes really low on the 41.
Yeah, 41 went way high, gave them a billion miles of room to the bottom.
And I'm pretty sure Blake went well to the apron because he didn't know where Charles was going to go. But for the playoff picture right now, Blake Lothan, P1, Frankie Bararso, P2, Brett Edwards, P3, and then
Brett Edwards out of shape. Sorry about that.
Scared me for a second because I thought you were going to say Matthew Smith. Matthew Smith, 4th driver in the championship race, is sitting P8 at the moment.
Again, don't count out Matthew Smith. As hard as these guys are up front racing, they could give me over to Smith here if they're not careful. Man, oh man, we're about 5 laps away, AJ Capola, from the end of stage 1. So, what have we learned in this first stage? Don't burn your tires off.
Yeah, do you think these guys are going to make the same mistake, or do you think they're going to try to save them a little bit better for the next stage?
To be fair, yeah, they burned them off, but they got so far away that by the time that Brett read them back down, now his tires are going away, and the advantage is no longer there. So, it kind of worked for them in a very unconventional way.
Look at Frankie once again. We saw out of turn 2 right to the bumper of Blake Logan. Let's see what happens as they hit the front stretch one more time.
Well, like they say, AJ, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and the way that Frankie and Blake has done it today, that is definitely kind of the alternate way that I would do it. Sorry, I'm not going to skin you, I promise. But back to the action here. It's up front. Blake Logan leads here at New Hampshire. Man, oh man, we are coming quickly here to stage number 1. And what has been an action-packed season for the Wheels America Cup Series. Man, oh man, AJ, could you have asked for anything better out of a championship race?
No, not at all. You want your championship race to consist of 4 of the best drivers or a wild card in the league. Blake Logan really loose coming out of turn 2. Frankie Barrasso going into turn 3 on the high side of the 59. Let's see if he can make the pass coming out of turn 4. They are even in the corner. Let's see what happens here. I think Blake has the preferred line. Oh, crossover move going into turn 1 possibly.
Due to go in stage 1. This is position on the racetrack for pit road, AJ, is what they're racing for right now.
Frankie had every opportunity to accidentally turn Blake Logan, but backs out of it, and they are still green at the moment. But holy cow, what a moment out of turn 4 there for that 59 car.
Logan is absolutely driving the wheels off of that 59 machine. He's going to have to head over to Wheels America to get some replacement rims for that car.
I think he's going to need replacement underwear after that.
Well, I don't know that Wheels America sells that. I mean, we
have
can
the
check.
white flag on the stage out right now.
Oh.
All 3 of the cars get loose there.
Edwards just about went for a roundabout, but up front, Blake Logan, Frankie Barrasso have battled the entire stage 1. Stage flags in the air, 40 on the board.
Caution is out.
Holds off a charge from Frankie Barrasso to win stage 1. Really means not much other than track position for that driver, but what a battle, AJ.
Absolutely, what a battle. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, we are ready for pit stops. 40 miles in the books of the 150 miles scheduled here tonight. Well, buddy, I can tell you this. You can't ask for much more what we've seen in stage 1. Man, they have absolutely left it on the racetrack today. I was kind of concerned, AJ. I didn't know what stage 1 would bring. But boy, oh boy, did they really impress me. Oh, what is your thoughts for stage 2 coming right up?
Oh, it's going to be a very, very fun stage 2. And in the booth with us right now, it is our stage 1 winner, Blake Logan. Holy cow, dude. Do you need new underwear after that?
Oh, I definitely do. That was a fun ending of a stage there. My goodness.
Man, great job.
You guys were driving pretty much the tires off the machine. How much is the tire wear out there today?
It is way more than I expected, that's for sure. My right rear felt completely dead by the end of that stage, so gotta take care of tires here today, that's for sure.
And I got one more question for you before I throw it over to Matt while you are on pit road right now. What are you looking forward to possibly replicating, or you have another stage and then the big stage at the finale? What can you use from stage 1 for stage 2 and stage 3?
I can't say much because none of the other competitors are listening here, but the beginning of the stage is pretty good for me, so just try to continue that momentum.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be vague. I just wanted to, see if I could, jab a little bit.
Well, man, you were very impressive out there. Good run so far, and best of luck here in stage 2.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
All right, dude. Well, good luck in stage 2, and if we don't talk to you after stage 2 like we did like a week ago, stage 1, stage 2, and the finale. But, good luck the rest of the race, pal.
Thank you.
All righty.
And that was our stage 1 winner, the 59 car, Blake Lothin, and him and Frankie Bararso were battling like crazy for a while there, and then out of nowhere, Brett Edwards, hey everybody, pulls a complete diehard and welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. I want you to meet my little friend. Wait, no, that's Godfather. Never mind. Well,
That was Scarface.
that was Scarface. Well, we're going to quickly go side by side. We'll be right back for the restart in less than probably a minute here at New Hampshire. All right, folks, ready to go back racing once again here. Double file 45 of 150 complete stage 2 in the air. We're racing the Manchester Music Mill 150 stage 2 underway, AJ.
Heck of a launch by the 59 going into turn 1. Frankie Barrasso right on his back bumper. They are side by side for 4th place right now. That is Tony Edwards and Steve Tucker as they come out of turn 2. Steve Tucker in the wall.
Also right there is that number 12 of the Barroso man. Frankie Barroso sitting in second. Man, these guys are all over one another here tonight.
If you are joining us late, we had stage 1 won by Blake Lothin, followed by Frankie Barrasso and Brett Edwards, but the story of the race so far has been the battle between Blake Lothin and Frankie Barrasso. They have been pretty much tied together at the hip, and right now it looks exactly the same thing as Frankie Barrasso to the inside.
Contact as
of
we're
Blake
on
Lothin.
board. Wow, we were on board when that contact was made, AJ. Man, these cars up front are getting after it. They're not giving each other any room, that's for sure.
Over the comms right there, Frankie went net code there, but then immediately gave up to the position again. So I'm guessing it might have actually been net code. But wow, that could have been a big incident for both of them.
Yeah, that could have been bad for either car. We're coming up on 50 miles complete here, AJ. These guys continuing to do battle.
Once again, Frankie Barrasso to the inside of that 59 car.
Man, he's trying
Currently
so
has the
hard.
position. He is not cleared, and clear.
Now. He's finally going to get it.
For the first time tonight, we have a new leader. Can he hold it to count the lead change back into turn 1 after making the pass out of turn 2?
Nearly 50 laps of or nearly 40 laps in the opening stage of him just hassling. Finally able to get it done here at lap 49. Now, what does that MK2 Aerospace Texas Family Racing number 12 machine, what's he got under the hood? Can he pull away from Blake Lothin down the back straightaway?
Well, he was up Blake's quarter panel, whatever you want to call it, rear end of the car, all first stage, and for the first couple laps of stage 2, stage 2. Let's see if he can pull away. Maybe he was just saving a little bit of material in stage 1, but right now they're kind of even. Actually, the whole first couple cars are even.
Yeah. And yeah, they are, and I tell you what, he literally, as they said in Texas, he just went down into Mr. Lothan's cattle pen and moved that cattle right out of there. Got that race lead. Now trying to pull away.
I mean, just by looking at it right now, it looks like they are pulling away.
Yeah, they're out of here. They gone now.
So Matt, I did ask Blake, the 59 car, stage 1 winner, what does he think he has to do for stage 2 in the end of this race? Well, let me ask you that question. If you're any of these 4 championship drivers, what do you think you have to do to better your car and pretty much better your opportunity to win a championship race tonight?
Well, this is going to be the most vague answer ever, but for the first time ever, I will say send it. Save absolutely nothing. Because at the level these guys are competing, Adrian, if you try to save anything, you're going to be too far back to get it done.
And speaking of too far back to get it done, our dark horse driver is up another position from the last time we checked in on him. He's up to 6th.
Yeah, doing a great job.
He is slowly moving up, but he is getting there.
Yeah, with 53 on the board of 150. Man. What? I am so happy with what I'm seeing, but here comes Blake Lothan, AJ. To the bottom out of 4.
Matt, your Facebook Messenger stuff is
got
popping.
it.
Okay.
I got
Just
it. I
letting you
picked
know.
it up for you. Yeah, I called it. Oh, Windows, right?
They are side by side going into turn 3 right now. Can Blake get the position once again? Dives it hard into turn 3. Very slick track today, being over 100 temperatures on the track. And clears the 12.
Cleared
What
him.
a power move coming out of turn 4 and right back into turn 1.
Oh, Lothan overdrove the corner, AJ.
Yeah, after riding behind somebody for a couple laps, you figure out the breaking points, and when you're back in the lead, you have to readjust. I think we talked about that in stage 1.
Well, tell you what, Frankie Barroso is just absolutely driving this car. But he has Brett Edwards right there on the back bumper as well.
Yeah, and Matthew Smith in that 35 car, the 4th place driver in this championship hunt right now. He is currently sitting 6th and about 2 seconds back. He has gained some time back.
He's done a great job, but man, oh man, these top 3 looking like the 3 Musketeers out here leading the way at New Hampshire. 57 of 150 complete here tonight. Mr. Coppola, sir, what is your thoughts going through your head right now as you watch these top 3 battle?
Well, I've seen a lot of races here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, none of them ever being a championship race, but it is looking like a very fantastic race, probably the most competitive New Hampshire Motor Speedway race I've ever seen, and this is what New Hampshire needs. If this happens in real life, I hope they're watching. I doubt it, but somebody needs to tag NASCAR and say, hey, whatever package would produce this needs this, and it's all thanks to Apex Racing, presented by Wheels America.
It's almost like watching a Tour Top modified race around here.
Have you ever seen a Tour modified race?
Oh,
around
yeah,
here?
buddy.
This is their Daytona.
Oh, contact. Sorry about that contact from Frankie Barroso to the back bumper of Blake Lothan, moved him up the racetrack.
And Frankie off to the inside once again. Can he get the position? He does cut it down a little low. But Blake is sticking to the outside, gets a little squirrely, and Frankie drives on by.
60 laps on the board. Man, oh man, oh man. I would not have thought we'd have seen a battle like this early on, AJ. we have not been able to leave the top 3 leaders really much at all in this race because they have been all over one another. But the back of the field here, we're checking in right fast. There is Matthew Smith up into 6th, AJ, coming forward.
He is moving forward. He has a shot to get by Tony Edwards. He got really loose coming out of turn 2 and could possibly have a good run at that 5th place position. But right now, it's nothing but leaders at the moment as Blake Lothan's getting passed by the 18 of Brett Edwards right now. I don't know if this is Blake saying, all right, I don't want to kill my tires like I did in the first stage. Let me regroup and kind of get back in the groove. Ooh, Brett Edwards into the wall out of turn 2, a little slow.
Oh, boy. Brett
And overdrives the turn a little bit, or he's going to take the high side.
Around the outside, maybe trying to make it work. Yeah.
Blake Lothan over the radio just asked everybody, is there PJ1 on this thing?
I think there's PJ2, and PJ2 is like from Mars. Man, oh man, this thing is absolutely wicked out here tonight. 63 on the board. AJ, we're about 15 laps or so, brother, from stage number 2 coming to a halt. Man, we were ripping through this thing here tonight.
We are already under 100 laps, everybody. So if you know somebody who needs to be watching this race, you better tag him, send them the link, and get them all eyes on this Apex Racing Cup Series.
And don't forget, man, oh man, I'll give him another plug. Signature Esports picking up this series for next season. Jason, man, if this is the action you're going to get in the next gen car, I know he's going to love it and do a great job. And again, me and AJ will be around. Don't forget, we'll be here. Just maybe not in the broadcast booth.
Maybe we can make a surprise visit every now and then. But we are going to give it all the way off to them in very good shape and wish nothing but them and Apex Racing, who's going to be relabeled as the Wheels America Cup Series next season. Yeah. It's actually kind of bittersweet because I've really enjoyed this series, but they're on to a really good channel, and we wish them nothing but the best.
Yeah, and again, we look forward to it. And of course, I'll be in Daytona, just in a cup car at Daytona. I'll actually be able to make the Daytona start, so that'll be nice.
Look at Frankie go. You know, he got by Blake, and he's pulling away. He's doing what he needs to, but I'm also worried about him burning up his tires. Seems like every lap out of turn 4, he's just a little bit of a wiggle.
So Frankie is captain now.
For right now.
For right now, he captain. Brett Edwards wants to become become captain.
Brett Edwards wants to be captain for the first time in this race.
And poor Blake Lothan, he's been demoted to the first officer. So he's trying to get back up there.
For everybody watching, this is Extreme Sim TV, and we are broadcasting the championship race for the Apex Racing Cup Series, and it is the Manchester Music Mill 150 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe to Extreme Sim TV, and we have the chat open.
Yeah.
Talk to us. How are you doing? Who are you rooting for? Who do you think is going to be the championship by the end of the night? The champion by the end of the night?
We'll take a look there at Thomas Meeks running right, AJ. A little bit different paint scheme on that car here tonight. Pretty good top 10 run for Thomas.
He's doing really well. He's about 10 seconds back. He's sitting right where he qualified, so yeah, he's not plus or minus anything right now, but he's putting down pretty good lap times compared to the leader, about a couple tenths off.
I'll tell you what, though, the leader's slinging some heaters around this racetrack right now. He's slinging some fastballs. Right in the strike zone, too. And he is checking out Frankie Barroso, getting up on that pony and riding.
Yeah, he's pulling away about a half a tenth a lap, it looks like.
It's almost like he quit playing around, right? He's like, yeah, I'm gone. Oh, he got loose there out of 2. We've seen that a couple of times out of cars here tonight. we've been pretty lucky with just one major incident so far.
And it wasn't even, I don't think there was any contact between drivers. I think multiple cars got loose out of turn 2 and they just went around.
Yeah. Looked like there was oil on the racetrack or something. Oh. Maybe Kim went down there with that water hose like we joked about and just turned it on out of turn 2 there. And they all just kind of hit it and went around. 70 of 150 complete here tonight. Bittersweet, as you said, AJ, is we're about halfway through this thing now.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm depressed that we're losing Apex Racing, but I will say I'm somewhat upset because we're not going to see that quality of racing from majority of these drivers on the channel next season.
And AMA guys, if you're watching this, you've got one heck of a show to live up to, guys. You gotta come get it, bring it. Right now, as we see Blake Lotham sitting there in second. Third right now is going to be Brett Edwards. Fourth is Steve Tucker. Fifth right now, Tony Edwards. That's her top 5. Sixth is Josh A. King, Matthew Smith, Anthony Williams, Jess Erdman right there in 12th. A couple of laps down there, or 1 lap down, AJ. So for the first time tonight, AJ, we're starting to get a little bit of gaps between cars.
Yeah, you're saying that, but Blake is wheeling Frankie Bararso in ever so slightly. As we're getting a little shade cover in 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, that's what's going to be interesting. The shade around the racetrack. Are we going to play how low do we go as far as track temp goes?
Oh, we might.
We're at 106, so we dropped about, 6 degrees from the start of the race.
Now, for anybody new to racing, Matt, explain what track temperatures do real fast.
Yeah, normally if the hotter the track is, the more slick the racing surface becomes. The cooler the track, the more grip you usually have here around the racetrack. And, if we're now at 105, that 5 degrees swing is quite a bit. And right now, I think we're going to stabilize out for the end of this stage, I guess. Even though I will say Blake Lotham is continuing to run him down little by little.
Yeah, it's very noticeable within the last couple laps on how much Blake has been getting closer to Frankie Bararso.
Yeah, he is definitely reeling him in. As I continue to run with 76 on the board. 150 here tonight. And man, what a night it has been all evening long. Racing up front, if you just joined us, has been absolutely bonkers. Me and AJ's throats are probably about blown out, and we're not even done with this thing yet.
I'm very excited for the stage break so I can go get another drink.
Yeah, me as well, sir.
Oh, but Blake getting really loose out of turn 4.
Really loose for Blake out of turn number 4.
Actually didn't lose pretty much anything right there. He's still about 3/10 back.
70,
that was a really good recovery.
78 going on the board at this time by as they continue to run. Man, oh man, oh man, what a battle throughout the field.
We are coming to 2 to go in this stage. Can Blake sweep the stages here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the championship race, Manchester Music Mill 150? Or can Frankie Bararso take stage 2 on the way to possibly winning tonight's championship?
Well, that's the thing. Can Frankie parlay all this in? But here comes Blake Lotham. The Dark Signer right behind him right now, and Blake Lotham right behind that Texas Family Racing machine. Could this be a preview of what's to come here in the final stage?
White flag on the stage.
1 lap to go in stage number 2 here tonight Track camp now down to 104, continuing to fall, AJ.
Yeah, for what you said, track temp means more grip if it keeps going lower, and I think the 59 getting really loose out of turn 2 pretty much handed Frankie the stage win right there.
Yeah, it did. Coming to the checker. There we go. Frankie Barroso going to pick up stage 2.
Caution is out.
Blake Lotham. Now, what's interesting, on average, it'll give you more grip, but what it can also do is give you more grip to the front tires, AJ. And if that happens, it can actually make your loose condition worse.
So overcomes right there. I don't know if Frankie was talking to his team or not, but he was saying Blake Lotham was a lot faster on the back end of that stage, and that he needs to protect his tires a little bit better.
Yeah.
So as they're about to hit pit road, most likely, we'll let him do his pit stop, and then we'll see if we can get a word with our stage 2 winner, Frankie Barroso.
Yeah, there we go. So everybody down pit road, 4 tires of fuel once again. And AJ, sir, I got to step away right quick, so I'll step away, and then when I come back, I'll let you step away and run and get a water, too.
Yeah,
We'll kind of alternate this out.
I should take the interview by the time you get back.
All right, buddy.
So now I'm captain now while Matt's going in to get a drink right now. Once we see the 12 car peel off of pit road, which he is doing right now, we will pull him into the broadcast booth.
I was a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Frankie. I didn't mean to pull you mid-conversation, but congratulations on your stage 2 win there. Heard you over comms say you burnt up your tires a little bit. Plan on saving those at all for the final stage?
Yeah, I do. It's just, yeah, no, you're okay, AJ. Yeah, I think Blake was definitely better at the end of the run. Just some fantastic racing, you know, from all 3 of Blake and Brett and I. And yeah, I just think we're all extremely equal, and it's going to come down to the pit stops, I believe, if this goes green, and just got to execute like last week.
So without giving us any like behind the look strategy, you said pit stops. Now, is there a strategy here when it comes to pit stops? Because it looks like tire wear is the way to go, because for what we see, the fall off is phenomenal. The lap times fall off. But what would be your, like, hey, would you risk pitting early or staying out just in case, you know, without giving us too much?
Well, the thing is, the tire fall off is around, I would say, 2 seconds, and the tire fall off is quick. But once you reach like a certain threshold, then it kind of just stays there. So
okay,
I think at a certain point, tires are obviously going to matter. But I personally think you just got to be either. You got to have an advantage of some sort. You can't kind of just not have an advantage. That's going to be the way to go, you know, whether it be pit as early, try to get as much track position. I mean, it is pretty tough to pass here, but it's not impossible. Or you can go for the longer route and take fresher tires, which will be better for 10 laps. But once you hit that threshold, you guys, you guys theoretically should be the same.
All right, dude. Well, it looks like you guys are about to go green. Thank you for chatting with us. Good luck, and good luck in the championship, dude.
Thank you, Matt and AJ. Appreciate
no
what you guys
problem,
do here.
All right, AJ, buddy, you can run and get your water, and I'll call restart.
All right, thank you.
No problem. As we relieve each other out, we are ready to go back green here in the Wheels America Cup Series, Apex Cup Series, and here we go, coming to green. Green flag back in the air for the final stage. Frankie Barroso with the restart. He's going to run away by a country mile into 1. Wilson's going to try to run him down into turn 1. Can't do nothing yet with it. They're going to stack up behind him. That's the way they run. 84 on the board here tonight. 84 of the Manchester Music Mill. 150 in the books. 84 complete. Tony Edwards right there behind him. And continuing to get out there. Everybody behind him as well. 85 complete. $85 on the board of 150.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And Yellow on the racetrack. But Yellow back out here. We're going to get a replay in a moment. Try to see if we can discover what happened. Let's go check it out. As the yellow flag flies here once again on the channel. Let's go see if we can discover what happened here. Ooh. Let's see here. Oh, take a look here. Coming out of the corner, contact Charles Balance. Getting turned around. One more look here. We'll look at it once again. It was Balance. And it looks like, who is that? Is that the Meeks on the bottom? Indeed it is. Let's take a look. Oh, right there, just some contact. Balance gonna go around out of turn 4. Yeah, that car will go completely sideways off of turn number 4 here. And backs it into the outside wall. Erdman there trying to miss it. Car's going to get a little bit loose with him. Hangs on to it, but caution out here with 70 or 87 on the board of the scheduled 100 or 150 here tonight. So unfortunate right now. But what do y'all say we go side by side here tonight as they continue to run? Well, right now, 88 of 150 complete here as we circle around New Hampshire Motor Speedway here, along with a couple more there. There's the pace car, Frankie Barroso right there as well. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, so the yellow was for balance there, AJ, going around.
Any
Big
wrecks?
Yeah, it was actually him and Balance making contact. It was Balance, and I believe it was Meeks that made contact with him.
So, if you want to take a look at who's in the chat room, it is our friend over at Signature Esports.
Jason! What's up, buddy? Hey, Jason, if you want to come in here for an interview, man, feel free. Hop on down here. We'll talk with Mr. Jason, won't we?
Yeah, get him a little preview for next season with the people over here at the Wheels America Cup Series.
Man, oh man. Well, I'm glad you was able to go get you water. I got me a cold beverage as we get ready to get this thing back going here in just a moment.
Yeah, I got more than a water. I'm still battling whatever I was battling, so I went to go take some cold meds as well.
Well, I tell you what, as much soda as I drink when I'm broadcasting, hit me up, Coca-Cola. Let's do a partnership.
Yeah, so I'm currently on a time limit for when this thing knocks me out.
Oh boy. That's gonna be irritating.
But it should not affect my broadcasting skills because I seem to be told that I talk in my sleep.
Man, I can broadcast drunk. What are you talking about? Man, I can broadcast upside down at a turtle. A friend of mine, the sheriff's deputy, he said, I wonder if you could broadcast from solitary confinement. I said, give me a computer and a microphone and I'll pull it off.
Actually, I was back for probably a good 30 seconds before I hit the mic. My pretty awesome nephew was downstairs. He goes, are you talking about racing? I go, yeah, kind of. Those cars look cool. And it's so cool when people see what you're into for the first time. Like he's in the comic books now. Now he's like, he was up there watching me broadcast for a little while as the pace car hits pit road.
And here we go. Green flag back in the air. 90 on the board. Here at the New Hampshire, I'll let you take the call. I've got a falling cat, so I'll be right back. I got it. We're good. Everything happening in New Hampshire here tonight.
Frankie Barroso with the lead coming out of turn 2, followed by Blake Logan and Brett Edwards. The gap between the two leaders on the restart are about maybe a tenth and a half, 2 tenths, as Blake is looking to the outside of Frankie Barroso coming out of 4. Nope, backs out of a little bit, and they go single file out of turn 4.
Everybody hanging on right now. 91 of 150 complete. Single file once again. Up front they go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and it's Frankie Barroso leading the charge of cars. Got in the back straight away. Coming down. And they run 92 of 150 complete here, AJ. What a battle up front.
It's been a battle up front all race between these two guys, and you know, we have seen Brett Edwards in that 18 be a third wheel, as you would put it, a couple times, but for the most part,
he's on a three-wheeler.
Frankie and Blake's show.
He's on a three-wheeler, that's for sure. But I mean, it's been a heck of a night all the way across the board.
Yeah, I'm really gonna miss these guys in Signature Esports. You know, you guys got a hell of a league coming to you next year.
I'm looking forward to checking it out over there. I believe he'll be streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, I believe is the way he is set up. So that's going to be big for these guys. Over there with Signature Esports right now, we're taking a look at Matthew Smith and Steve Tucker all in a battle right here. Man, Matthew Smith in the top 5. Not bad at all, but he needs just a little bit more.
Yeah, he does. He has been slowly making his way to the front, probably getting more of the feel with the track. I did interview him before this race. He said he put down about 350 laps prior to the start of the practice sessions, and then actually let me go look at their practice sessions, see how much additional laps he put down. That would be Blake.
We're kind of burying the lead here. You want to know how we're burying the lead? Think about this. He is running 5th, and he put down over 350 laps of practice. Think about the competition of this league.
Yeah, no kidding. And that shows you how much these guys want to win tonight. The whole race is 150 laps. Now, within his practice 350, he almost did another 100 in the practice before the race. So that should show you the importance of wanting to win here tonight.
And I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second there, AJ. For people at home, when we tell you sim racing is competitive and it's a sport, you don't come out of here and win races by happen chance. It is practice. It's dedication. Just like if you was into football, you're going to go to football practice, right? Well, if you're into sim racing, you better be willing to practice. Because if not, you're going to get your booty handed to you on a nightly basis.
Dude, I can tell you how many times that I race a week and I might end up sweating because of what kind of track we're running.
I kid you not. There's races to where I'm pouring sweat like I'm in a real race car. And 98 of 150 complete, and loads of putting some heat on that grill and on the back bumper of Frankie Barroso right now.
When do you think we're going to hit pit stops if we don't get another caution within the next, 30, 40 laps?
I want to say, the best of my knowledge, 45-ish, I think you can go here. 45, 60.
You're thinking about maybe 120 to 130-ish?
I think tires will be the issue before fuel ever becomes a problem.
Well, we talked to both Blake and Frankie in their respective stage breaks, and they both mentioned how tires just fall off, but Frankie did mention that it does fall off for about 10 laps and then it evens itself out to where it's that. It doesn't get worse, it doesn't get better, it's just there.
It's there. Kind of like a super late model does. Kind of the same premise, but man, it's been a two-horse show up front all night, AJ.
Yeah, there's only been 3 lead changes, and I'm pretty sure they've just been the lead changes between them two.
They've swapped that lead back and forth a couple of times. Right here as we continue to run. 101 this time by here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, AJ.
It is getting a little cooler on track. We're down to 102, so they could be getting a little bit of grip, and probably not a lot. But being in the race car, Matt, do you feel about 10 degrees of a difference?
Bro, you can feel a 3 degrees difference. It's insanity to what you can feel. Right? It's okay. When you're driving down, this is how I explain it to the folks at home. You know how you're driving down a highway and it's just a semi-damp road, AJ, not wet, but semi-damp, right?
Yep.
But you can still feel the difference, right?
Yeah.
When it dries completely out, even though it's not a lot, you feel the difference. It's kind of the same feeling that you get as that track temperature gradually drops.
Okay.
It's not a huge, big swing. It's not like you hit the easy button. It's more of a gradual, easier, oh, my car's not getting as loose now. Oh, it's still loose, but not as bad type of thing. And then eventually it'll tighten up if it gets cool enough. No. And not only that, where's the rubber? As we say, welcome to the bottom. And again, you have to deal with the dynamic track conditions of it rubbering up as well, AJ. That's a whole nother box of apples to get into.
Yeah, and I'm currently on board with Frankie right now. And the minute you said Blake was to the inside of Frankie, I saw Frankie come down just a little bit to hinder Blake's run off.
Yeah, these guys are learning each other every lap. And every piece of knowledge that you put together in your head, you will have to use at the end of this thing to outrun the other one. Somebody's leaving here a champion, and somebody's going home holding their crying towel. That just is what it is. There's one champion. There's not two. There's not three. It's one spot, and everybody wants it. Both of them all over him right here. 105 complete, 45 miles to go to give ourselves an Apex Cup Series champion in the Apex Cup Series playoffs. What a year coming down to this between Lotham, Edwards, and Barroso and Smith. Man, just a great finish. Can't ask for nothing better, AJ. Man, I'm impressed. I don't know about you, buddy.
Texas has, how you doing, Matt?
Doing good, buddy. Calling one heck of a race, and I was trying to live up to Texas there to what he would normally say to something like this. But man, this has been a doohickey of a race for sure, all the way through. But to you this way, Tex, I've had to put my cowboy hat on for this one, because they have cowboyed up all the way through.
Currently watching the leaders right now, and still Frankie Barroso showing the way, but still under fire by Blake Lotham.
Wait, I got to do this back to Tex before we move on. I got to give him justice here. How you doing? Right, nope, didn't do it right. It's an inside joke, buddy.
That's what I kind of figured.
I just didn't hit it right. 108 on the board of 150 here tonight from the New Hampshire and trouble. Caution on the racetrack. There goes the pit stop.
That's the 118 Tony Edwards.
All right.
A lot of damage for that 118 car.
You got a replay load. Take a look, folks. Tony Edwards out of turn at number 2. And the car, dreaded turn 2, just gets loose. Watch out, people in the infield. Flying parts and whatnot. Car just smacked that outside wall, AJ. So, I mean, the car looked good on entry.
Everybody's on pit road.
All righty, we'll let you cover pit road stops as we look at this one more time. The car looked good in the center, just got a little bit too high, AJ. Got a little bit too much wheel into it, and that's going to snap that rear end around. Oh, there it goes. Kind of reminiscent of what the next gen car has been doing quite a bit.
All pit stops looking good at the moment.
And we're back here live. You see all the cars on pit road getting fuel, tires, and maybe donuts for the drivers. Man,
oh boy, Blake lost P2 on pit road here. He's going to start P3. Brett Edwards gains a spot, and once again, our leader is Frankie Barroso.
You're going to call me crazy, right? But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Because he can get right on Frankie's back bumper and really give him a shove for the restart and keep himself directly with Frankie. I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing, buddy.
Yeah, but Brett's another championship contender here.
I get that, but I just think it gives the advantage to I don't know.
Oh.
We'll see.
Well, Brett did beat him off pit road, but Brett is, I guess, starting P3. Interesting.
This is going to be interesting to how they scored that, and it's got to do with that timing line, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
That timing line can get you, unfortunately. So, who do you think, from what you've seen today, who would you give the advantage to at this point of the race?
Well, I think for the most part, it's been an even split between Frankie and Blake. But right now, for what we've recently seen, I think Frankie is the person to beat at the moment. Right now, as the track temperatures are going down and these cars are getting more grip, I think he has shown the most, I don't want to say power, but the most consistency. And Matt, I know we're gridding up here again. I need to go hit the head real fast, and I will be right back.
All right, buddy. And Mr. Texas corrected me there. How are you doing? How's your mom and them? There you go. There you go, Texas. I pulled it off for once, but man, oh man. This has been a heck of a night all the way through. Here we go, coming to green, 112 of 150 complete. The flagman gonna put the green flag back in the air, and we're back underway here at New Hampshire. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Texas Family Racing leads the way right now up front with Frankie Barroso. There is Brett Edwards and Blake Lotham side by side. Edwards to the bottom. Lotham and Edwards going at it. Charles Balance right there. A lap down, a little ways back, but look at Frankie Barroso split out to the front with Blake Lotham. Brett Edwards giving chase. Steve Tucker into the top 4 now. Tucker in the 24 holding tight right around the bottom. With the 7 machine right there. Trouble coming out of turn number 4. And that is the 9. Having a small problem. We'll take a look at what happened. The yellow flag on the racetrack once. That was for Matt. Having a whoopsie moment out of the corner. But we continue to rock and roll here. And taking a look there at the 9, got turned sideways. Right about at the exit of 4 and clips that end up pit road wall there at New Hampshire. Damage to the front end, yellow back out. As we continue to run here towards the end of this race, we're going to go side by side, and we'll be back in the booth in just a moment. People, don't go anywhere. Side by side here at New Hampshire, everyone. All right, Jack Live here at New Hampshire Raceway. 1-17 going on the board at this time by. We will get ready for yet another restart here tonight. And the Manchester Music Mill 150 out front for this restart. Going to be the number 12 of Frankie Barroso with Blake Lothan right there as well in the top 2 as we continue to run here tonight with 117 of 150 on the board. And Barroso, they're following the iRacing pace car around here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So they'll get ready to pour this restart in just a moment. And folks, we'll be right. All right, we're going to be right back. We've had an iRacing crash. That's 2 nights in a row iRacing has crashed. So we're going to go to a hold screen. We'll be right back as soon as possible. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're
Sorry about
back.
that.
And we're back, folks. Sorry about the iRacing crash. Got 25 to go here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Frankie Barroso continues to lead. AJ Capola in the booth, Matt as well. Barroso out front of Lotham.
We are currently loading back up iRacing on Matt's end, and then he's going to put the overlay.
Oh, we're already
probably
back.
momentarily off of that. Okay.
Yeah, we're already back, buddy. I did a speedy recovery tonight.
All right. So,
Man, I'll tell you what, Barroso leading Lotham. 25 laps to go in this thing. Is there anything Lotham can do? Get back by that 12.
well, everything changes if there is a late race caution and some people come down, take their last set of tires or not. But right now, Blake Lothan and Brett Edwards are staying about where they have been the last couple laps.
Yeah. No real big changes, right? That's the thing. But I'll tell you what, it is a big change. Look at that track temp. 98 degrees on the racetrack right now, AJ.
Yeah, we're looking at about almost 4 o'clock race time on Saturday, May 15th.
Yeah, I mean, it has been absolutely crazy all night long. So with roughly about 20 to go, what would you do if you're Blake? What's up, folks? Blake Lothan and Brett Edwards, AJ. What's up, Doc?
You're not just hoping Frankie makes a mistake. You're hoping you can get to the back of him to try to force him to make a mistake. But if Blake were to do that, it'll slow both of them down, and Brett Edwards is probably going to end up back in the hunt as well.
Man, I tell you what, though. Lothan not going anywhere. Last time by, he was a tenth faster than our race leader. Now, a few 1,000ths faster, AJ. Lothan not giving up just yet.
No, he's really good exiting the. As I say that, he gets really loose. I gotta stop doing that. But for the majority of the race, he's been really good exiting the turn, while Frankie's good at driving in hard and gaining a lot of time that way.
Yeah, it's been one heck of a night already here tonight. Let's give a big shout out back here in 6, man. Matthew Smith still plucking along, still in this thing, AJ.
Yeah, anything can happen. If something happens between these top 3 drivers, Matt is right in the catbird seat. He's plus 4 positions from where he started the race, currently sitting in 6th, about 5 seconds back from Frankie. Obviously probably not the race he wanted, but he has stuck true to his word. He is holding consistent all the way across the board.
Yeah, he is absolutely doing what he needs to do as you're on board with Frankie Barroso. Now, don't forget, it was earlier in this very race when we had about 5-6 cars all self-spin off turn 2, AJ.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of drivers get really loose out of 2 and 4, and our first caution, like you said, was 3 or 4 cars just whoop, right out of 2.
Just whoop, right around.
Yep.
Like nobody's business. Just start doing circles. So it's 20 laps to go for Barroso out front at New Hampshire. Man, oh man, if he can pull this off and bring home a trophy to Texas Family Racing and headed towards season 2 in the next gen car, I am interested to see how some of these fast guys like Barroso, Lotham, Edwards, everybody really in here transfer over to that new car, AJ.
Yeah, I'm hoping they update the new car a little bit more, because right now I feel like the new cars are pretty easy to drive. And what makes NASCAR so different than pretty much any other motorsports is the cars are difficult.
Well, don't forget, we're going to be getting that update with that 4-inch spoiler and 670 horsepower. So
Yeah, when did they say that was coming for our viewers?
I'm almost 90% positive it'll be the next build.
Okay.
Unless they surprise release it before the 500, which would not surprise me either. The 18 laps to go. Barroso leads it. And I tell you what, if Barroso wins this race, we're going to hear a yeehaw so loud that we're going to be able to hear Texas wherever he's parked out hauling tonight. Oh, by the way, Texas, if you're still here, ship awards are back. Go apply for the show. Or I can laugh at you. Another inside joke.
Well, we're almost under the 15 laps to go. But Frankie and Blake just really putting a mollywhopping on the field all night. Yeah, Brett Edwards has been in the hunt at some points, but for the most part, the 12 and the 59 cars have both pulled away.
Yeah, they have. And what a night it has been for both of them, with 16 big laps, 16 miles left in this one. Man, oh man, Lothan on the hunt. He's on the prowl. He's like a panther stalking his prey right now.
Well, he might be stalking the prey, but the prey might be slightly faster.
Frankie Barroso out front. Blake Lothan second. Man, oh man, 15 laps to go. And there we go. Support for Blake in the chat now. There we go. Blake trying to pounce, trying to do something. He can see the championship up in front of him, AJ. Man, oh man, 14 laps to go. $14 to go at New Hampshire, AJ. The tension is building. You can cut it with a knife. Who is gonna all the work? Think about the amount of hours these guys have put in throughout the season to get to this point. Lothan, Edwards, and Barroso. It's 2-second gap up front. Sam in chat, he can get him. Well, he's gonna have to get on that pony and go get him if he's gonna get there. He's 0.7 of a second back. I don't want to say the word, but I'm telling you.
That can change everything.
Yes, that word could change everything we are seeing right now. And if that happens, if I'm Matthew Smith, I'm staying out. I'm getting track position. I'm going to go for a Hail Mary and throw that ball to the infield. Oh, man, those two right nose to tail. Right behind them, you see Steve Tucker. There is Edwards, 11 laps to go. It seems like as this track's cooled off, we've gotten them a little bit more spread out than they were with the hot racetrack early on. Now, what can you reach down deep in your soul, deep in your existence, and pull out a couple of tenths of your Blake Lothan? He's got to reach deep. Send it like you've never sent it before. Don't care about tires. Just go for it with 10 to go. But right now, up front, that MK2 Aerospace machine, that 12 of Frankie Barroso, missed out on the playoffs Sunday nights. He was very disappointed in that, AJ. Got kicked, moved out of the round. And now trying to recover from that here with a championship in Apex. I think AJ's just sitting there, nerves. Or are your nerves getting to you yet, buddy?
I am very nervous because Blake will catch a little bit and then lose a little bit. We are under 10 laps to go. You can't be losing pretty much anything right now.
It is 10 miles left at New Hampshire. In the Manchester Music Mill, 150. Now 9 laps to go. 9 miles. The countdown has begun. Oh, man, now it's down to 0.5 of a second. Frankie bobbled. Man, oh, man, and I'm telling you what, if I'm Blake Lothan and I get my front bumper to that rear bumper, I am moving the 12. This isn't for a championship, AJ. You do what you got to do. You just got to get within striking range. Use that front bumper. Get him loose. Do something. Now, lost back to say he gains a little bit and then loses some, AJ. And that's the problem he's got right now. AJ can pull it back to the booth. We're 7 miles, 8 miles now. And 7.5 coming through 3 and 4. And it looks like the lap times have evened out pretty much between the top two, AJ. Well, some dirt tracking that thing off of turn 4, giving it everything he's got as the laps count down.
He's doing everything he needs to try to catch Frankie Barrasso, but as we're seeing, he'll gain a little bit, lose a little bit, and he's staying right around the same point. Can Frankie Barrasso, 6 laps to go, come home Apex Racing Cup champion presented by Wheels America?
The goddess of yellows make her appearance for the final time this season. It's literally Blake's home track. He's got to win this. Right now, he's 0.8 of a second away, Sam, from getting it done. And losing a bit of ground. Right now, the worst thing Frankie could see is that yellow flag pop up. That would be disaster, because then that's going to turn this into strategy. Man, oh man, if you're one of these drivers out front, your nerves to get a title is so hard. Whoa, Lotham almost around out of turn 4, giving it everything he's got. Lotham has used those tires up. Lotham has absolutely burnt rubber on that machine, AJ.
Yeah, he is giving it everything he got, and I think he's giving it pretty much to the point where he's used up all those bits of tires. He's literally doing everything he needs to, and unfortunately it is not. Almost really did it again.
That car turning into a UMP modified right now as it steps out through the corner. 4 laps to go. Listening to team race control. Hoping, praying as Frankie Barrasso that we don't get that dreaded word to come across the scanner. Coming to 3 miles to become the first ever Apex Racing Cup Series champion. I tell you what, there might be a driver out there sitting in second that might earn him a Texas Family Racing ride by the time this is over. Because Blake is absolutely giving her. He is hanging with the best of them, AJ.
He hung with the best of them all night tonight. He led a crud ton of laps. It's just, it seems like it might...
Oh, he's around front straight away. Will there be a yellow? And there is. Caution on the racetrack. He gave her just a little too much giving. And around that car came.
Changes everything.
Just when you think it's all over, the goddess of caution says nope.
Now here's the thing. Do you go get tires or do you risk staying out?
What do you do? Your championship depends on it. Think about that. It is going to be a green, white, checkered finish.
And there's only one attempt at that green, white, checkered finish.
Oh, boy. Oh, macaronis. All right. I blame Matt. There it is. So now, decision time. Decision time. Decision time. We will follow the 12. What does he do? What does Matthew Smith back there do?
If Frankie pits, does Brett stay out? It looks like everybody's going to come and get tires.
Brett thought about it, Smith. Right, there you go, boy. Go do it. Look who just stayed out. Look who just threw the Hail Mary.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If a caution comes out the minute we go green, he will be the champion.
Oh, my goodness. Smith throwing the Hail Mary of a lifetime.
It's literally what you have to do. He's been in the top 6 all night. Hasn't really cracked the top, I guess, 3. You know, you're not going to win a championship if you do the exact same things as everybody else. You need to, buck the system a little bit.
Oh, I guarantee you, if you listening to his scanner right now, he's saying it's raining. He's saying it's snowing. He's saying there's a tornado hitting the racetrack. Anything that this race can't finish.
I don't blame him one bit. Is he most likely going to win this championship? I can highly doubt it, but he's giving it everything he needs to at least put him in the position.
But here's the bigger deal.
It.
Look who is rounding up second. Brett Edwards to second. Josh King to third with some tire strategy. And Frankie Barroso now restarts fourth. Wow. Well, now this is going to be interesting. If you're Frankie now, you've got to pass two cars. And Brett Edwards, let's be honest here, for the last 30, 40 laps, his car was not capable of winning. And now he is up there, the closest one to Matthew Smith.
And I would not be surprised if there's a wreck right off this start. You have some drivers maybe opting for just two tires, and we haven't seen anybody try two tires.
Oh,
so
boy.
I'd be really curious to see what happens when we go green here. I would not be surprised if people spin.
Is it possible the dark horse could pull it off?
It's always possible.
Crossing the line.
He's taking the top, I think he just said.
That's interesting. He's hoping for something. He's hoping he can get the momentum, get the jump, and hold him off. Lights out on the pace car.
Nope. You don't pick lanes. He said he's going to take top, trying to pull one.
Oh, man.
So, everybody, we are going to pull those belts tight one more time. This is the only green-white checkered attempt. Can Matthew Smith on old tires hold off a field with two tires and all four brand new sticker tires?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
All following contest scheduled for one green-white checkered.
Here we go. Championship on the line. Coming to the restart zone. Green flag is out. Great restart for Smith. Smith will try to pull even. Here comes Barroso as well into turn one. Edwards, Smith to the lead. Here comes Tucker, going to place Bowler. Bracket behind the Matthew Smith is your leader. The dark horse has done it at New Hampshire. Talk about that. Are you kidding me? Matthew Smith hadn't led a lap all night, and he comes across the stripe to see one to go. Holy cow.
I am in shock right now.
Matthew Smith played the Hail Mary for the Super Bowl, and it played right into his hands. Lights on around the racetrack. And he is going to do it. We're waiting for him to get back here so it's official. But are you kidding me, AJ Capola? Checkered flag is out. The dark horse coming in is going to lead New Hampshire as your Apex Racing Cup Series champion. How about that? Let's go take a look at the incident that gave this to AJ Capola, or to Mr. Smith here. It was contact in the back. So it was Travis Twitty, Thomas Meeks in the back of the field. And right here is the caution that brought it to an end. We'll get you back to our race winner and champion here in a moment. But two cars getting together down in 1 and 2. And you saw it on your screen. Matthew Smith was your leader, AJ.
Holy cow. Absolutely, holy cow. I doubted him, but I also said, you know, if there's a quick caution the minute we go green, he did it. Holy cow, did he do it.
And you see the respect from the league given to him. Such a nice guy. He is going to come down here and do some burnouts and celebrate a championship. What a job, Matthew Smith. Wow. On a scale of 1 to 10, AJ, what is your thoughts?
My thoughts is that, oh God, I really gotta click that. Matthew Smith did everything he needed to put himself in the position late in this race to become Apex Racing Cup Series champion. And I'm not saying he lucked into it, but we both said with some drivers having 2 tires and some drivers having no tires on that restart, something could happen, and it did.
Man, we gotta burn that car down. I have to catch my breath, dude. That was insanity. That may be the craziest thing on the channel championship-wise I've seen.
Wow.
By a matter of feet, he wins this race and a championship. Folks, we're going to get ready for a champion interview in just a moment. Don't go anywhere as we'll get ready to talk to the driver of that number 35 machine who brought home a title here tonight. Man, oh man. What?
So as they're popping confetti right now all over Victory Lane, Matthew Smith is jumping out of the car, probably jumping out of his seat, maybe taking a couple shots of some adult beverage, but holy crud, Matt Smith is now Apex Racing Cup Series champion.
And he's the first Apex Cup Series champion. Nobody can ever take that away from him.
And with us right now is Matthew Smith. Holy cow, dude. I said when you stayed out, and so did Matt, that you threw a Hail Mary to possibly Randy Moss in the end zone, and it really pulled through. What are your thoughts? I need your emotions right now.
Oh, man. I can't believe it. I thought about, going in, and I'm like, coming to around the turn 4 and everybody went, I'm like, this is my only shot. So I can only hope for another caution, and it turned out to be exactly the way I wanted it to be, and I can't freaking believe it right now. This is insane.
Matt, sorry about that, AJ. I am so proud of you, dude. You ran such a good race, kept the car clean, and you had it play right into your favor. But man, make no mistake about it, you had to put yourself there.
Oh yeah, 100% had to put it there. It was a do or die situation. I know I'm not the fastest guy at this track, and thank God that caution came out there to put us to a green white checkered, because that was my only shot to win this race and this championship, and I can't believe it. I waited till the last race of the year to win my first race of the season. It's just unbelievable.
You got it done when it mattered the most. Go ahead, AJ.
I tried to interview everybody for this championship race, all 4 contenders. You were kind enough to message me back, and you said throughout that being consistent all night, and we watched that happen to the point where you put yourself in a possible position to, if there was a late race caution, do what you did. I was pulling for you towards the end, because me and Matt both said you staying out could either be really good or really bad. Was there any part of the 155 miles that you ended up completing where you're like, this stinks, about to throw in the towel, or were you just keep digging the whole night?
I was digging the entire night, and I'll be honest with you, I was not a happy camper for the first 149 laps. That last one, I was like, all I gotta do is just hold them off, and see where it goes. And I'm glad it worked out in my favor.
All right,
man.
dude. I can hear it in your voice. You're the first Apex Racing Cup Series champion. Once again, congratulations. You won the Manchester Music Mill 150 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and we do have the league owner, Steve Tucker, in the booth with us right now. Steve, do you have anything you would like to say to your championship winner?
Man, I am blown away. I gotta say, like, I've been with Matt through this entire season. I've actually known Matt his whole league experience, and I gotta tell you, I mean, I gotta say I'm heartbroken for Frankie, because I think we all know he had this championship won. But Matt, I mean, he made the right call at the right time, and just like we saw at Talladega, that scored Anthony Williams the win there. It's just, I mean, caution came out unfortunate, but I just cannot. I am so proud of Matt. It's like I'm over here getting emotional because I've seen him, I've seen Matt develop, you know, and just how he's raced, and him and I have always had incredible racing and just never had any issues and stuff, and just to see his journey on iRacing and whatnot, and get this his first win, I believe his first league win. In any league, and
Daniel Hemrick too. Didn't Daniel Hemrick do this year?
I was going to mention the Daniel Hemrick syndrome. Yeah, like it's incredible for Matt. I just he came in here. A little backstory for the folks watching. He actually beat me out last. So in the overall points to get to the Final Four, he actually beat me by 2 points to even make it to this race as a Final Four contender. So. He just did the right things at the right moment, and cards just fell his way for sure. But I can't be any prouder, man. He's, oh God, congrats, man. It's so cool to see.
Appreciate it, Steve. I just want to give a huge shout out to Brandon Mueller at Ace of Apes and E-Snacks for sponsoring this car all year round. I'm so glad I'm able to get a trophy for him to bring it home for him to put it in his shop. He's gonna love it.
Well, buddy, Steve put it eloquently, and I'm going to put it the best way I can. It's emotional for me because you're one of my guys. You're just like me. We're not the fastest all the time. We keep the car clean. And, dude, you couldn't have played that more perfect, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Hey, I also want to give a shout out for Steve Tucker for doing what he did to take over this league and get it started this year, and for how much it has grown. And I just want to congratulate him on setting this up, and I am looking forward to season 2.
Man, just AJ, I'm so proud of Matt. And Steve, what, are you still in here, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Why don't we go over what all he walked away with here tonight by winning this championship, buddy?
Absolutely.
Man,
Did you?
I'll get the list.
Did you have a thought to that? Oh God. Yeah,
I'll let you cover all of it, as I'm in shock.
No, man. I mean, Matt Smith, congrats on being our first Apex Cup Series champion, 2021. Incredible run. Obviously, with this current Gen 6 Cup car. I don't even know how we finished. I know you won, but I don't know. I think I gained like 4 spots on that last restart. I don't even know what happened.
Edwards finished second, Frankie Bararso third, and Blake Lothan out of the championship finished fourth.
Oh,
you finished third overall
in the race.
In the race.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. It's just super hectic, but obviously a fantastic job by everybody. I mean, Blake, sucks to see. I mean, like the whole race, I was in P4 ish, and Tony and I had fantastic racing. I thought a lot of the time he was. I mean, we were pretty equal in that part, Tony Edwards. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, it's just super good racing. And I saw Brett, you know, Matt Smith and Frankie, all battling right in front of me. So it was pretty neat to see and all that. But yeah, heartbreak for Blake, who spun out. Looks like, I don't know if he was racing too hard or not too hard, but putting all all that he has on the track, and that's great to see. But I mean, Frankie, obviously huge heartbreak. In my opinion, he had the win, but that yellow changed everything, and I knew it. And then when I came down to pit, everybody else, obviously, I knew I wanted fresh tires. Whether the front guys were going to take tires or not, I knew I was going to take tires. Just because I wanted that confidence in my grip, But I saw, again in front of me, Brett taking 2. Blake, I didn't, he was into the line, but Frankie taking 4 tires, Brett behind me took 2, and then Matt stayed out. So that was, strategy-wise, that was huge, but Matt made the right call. I mean, just like we saw literally 2 weeks ago in Talladega, a late race caution came out, green, white checkered flag. And then Anthony Williams, stays out. He, and the caution comes out immediately after and ends the race. So it was very reminiscent of that. So that was kind of a foreshadowing, I guess, of how this championship ended. But overall, just huge shout out to obviously Wheels America for being the title sponsor for us. It's crazy cool to have them on board, and they're coming on board for an even bigger role next season, season 2, which little plug, we are recruiting, so anybody out there watching, I mean, if you're looking for a next gen Cup Series league, I'll tell you what, this is the one, man, because we have a lot of cool things planned for next season. And I mean, I thought personally that today's race was very respectable. I think a couple of the cautions were because of just turn 2 was just treacherous today. But overall, super respectful, clean racing, especially for a championship. You love to see it. So that's been pretty well how our whole season's been, man. So big shout out to you guys too, especially Extreme Sim TV for just broadcasting all of our races of the season. We're gonna miss you guys next season, but definitely wish you guys the absolute best in your future endeavors, and I appreciate I don't know, man. I just appreciate for how you've brought us to the level of where we're at, and just contributed to that. So forever grateful for sure, man.
We do appreciate it. I mean, it's been a heck of a season.
Yeah, you guys are a great group of guys, and it's a little bittersweet because we know you guys are going over to a very strong talent with Matt knows the name of
Mr. Jason, yeah.
Yeah, but we do have, it looks like Brett Edwards isn't in the commentator booth or in Discord right now, but we do have our 3rd place in the championship, Frankie Ferraro, in the commentator booth with us. Dude, heartbreaking. You had the race pretty much in the bag, and it looked like Blake Lothan was just probably putting too much pedal to the metal to try to get back to you. What are your thoughts on tonight and the overall season?
Personally, I have no shame in the strategy I did, and I personally have no shame for Blake. He is a race car driver. We push 110%, and sometimes mistakes happen. So, no hate to Blake. Blake is an awesome dude, and he's just pushing as hard as he can, as we all were. It's just sometimes mistakes happen. But yeah, just, I guess, the one word, heartbreaking, disappointing, but at least the last 5 laps. But that doesn't take away the amazing season I had and the team had with Matt Smith and Travis Twitty. Doesn't take away anything from them. And Matt Smith is the champion because he made the right call.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Frankie. I mean, you had a dominant car for a long time. You were able to get away from it. I knew when the yellow come out, it was going to mix things up. Did you think if you didn't get that yellow, of course you had the fresh tires, how hard do you think it would have been to get back by the 2 that were in front of you there?
I think Matt for the first lap was going to be a little bit tougher, but after that, his tires would have probably gotten either too hot or too cold, and the tire wear, since he stayed out, he would have had, and he probably would have been at least a somewhat easy pass, because nobody ever is an easy pass, but maybe. And with Brett, it was going to be tough with 2 tires. And again, he got second place also because of that strategy. But at the end of the day, we can say, what if this happened? What if that happened? But at the end of the day, that all didn't happen, and Matt Smith is your champion, and I'm completely 100% happy for him.
Yeah, I mean, it was just absolutely insane out there tonight. Well, AJ, you got anything else for Frankie?
No, I got nothing else. He had a fantastic season. I've been here since probably the beginning of it, and him, Blake, and a lot of the other guys are up front every week. And tonight was the Frankie and Blake show. Another fantastic drive. Unfortunately, it didn't fall your way, but congratulations on a very, very strong season, Frankie.
Thank you, Matt and AJ. And I'm personally saddened that you guys are not going to be broadcasting this amazing series brought by Wills America and Steve Tucker. But yeah, just again, before one thing, I just got to thank, for one, Mark II Aerospace, just for creating the beauty of this car. I saw Reese in the YouTube chat. I will talk to you after, if you're still listening. But yeah, just again, summing up, the first 148 laps were going very well. The last 5 were not, and that's racing. As tough as that happens, and as terrible sometimes, there's been a lot more people than me that have been heartbroken by that. And yeah, I mean, or just lost in that way. So I'm not gonna let it down me. I'm just gonna try to get the next gen handle on it and try to win next year. There's always next year.
And before, man, that's for sure.
Well, we got one more person to talk to before we close up shop tonight, and that is our P4 in the championship for, like I said before, it was the Frankie and Blake show all night with them swapping, and now it's our turn to talk to Blake Lothan. Blake, coming to the final restart. Unfortunately, you were pushing a little too hard and kind of lost the car coming out of 4. Really strong race, but talk us through those last couple laps before looping it coming out of 4.
Yeah, I was just giving it everything I had. I was just giving 150%. I was just trying as hard as I possibly could. I overdrove it into 3. I was all the way up and like almost scraping the wall. And if I had to point it straight off, and just rear tires were just killed. So sorry for Frankie there. Just hate to do that.
Well, man, you were giving it everything you had. Like, don't feel bad about that. You had a championship in front of you, and you were going for it.
Yeah, 100%. I either was going to come back with the steering wheel or a championship, and today sadly was the steering wheel. But yeah, that's all I had to really say.
I've seen that in a couple movies before.
The day Toe Mater had to come get you.
But dude,
Awkward ride home back in the tow truck there. That's for sure.
Nothing but congratulations on a well done season. Unfortunately, you did not, come away with the big title tonight after showing an amazing race in the Manchester Music Mill 150. But hell of a season, dude. Heck of a season.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I tried to make as many races as I could. Have the late model stuff and other stuff at the same time. So I'm just trying to run as many races as possible. And yeah. I have to give a huge congrats to Matt Smith for winning the championship. Post ABC Kids, Venture Wipes, Texas Law Book, all you guys for putting this all on. I mean, you guys broadcast absolutely is amazing. I have it on my TV next to me, watching the entire race, watching the replays, watching everything. I rewatch it after every race. You guys do an absolutely phenomenal job. Thank you guys.
And for man, we went Blake, you went some behind the scenes baseball as y'all were coming to the final restart, Frankie, you guys in here, I look over at Kim and I go, get ready for me to scream. And she goes, what do you mean? I said, because this is about to be good. And you guys did not disappoint. And I'm so proud of this league, AJ. I'm proud of what this league did this year. I really am.
Yeah, they put on a show week in and week out, and there's a lot of feelings going on for at least me that we're handing you guys off to a wonderful broadcaster and a broadcast team. But I'm happy that we were able to at least crown your first champion here on Extreme Sim TV with Matthew Smith. But for that, Matt, I will let you take it home tonight.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, go for it.
I just wanted to give a huge congrats to Frankie for making it to the Final Four and for being an extremely helpful teammate through that entire season. The guy would do everything he can to help you get better as a person and also as a racer. And along with Travis, we both learned a lot from Frankie, and we also learned a lot from Travis. So I just want to say how grateful I am for the teammates that I've had all year, and I look forward to next year being teammates with them as well.
10-4. Well, AJ, I normally have some witty outro to do, but for this one, I'm going to put it this simple. This league is one of the best you can come race. Sometimes it's not about fast cars, it's not about fast drivers. It's about the community that you have. The community here at Apex is just that. A community of drivers race hard, but they have fun. And the respect shown, AJ, is probably up there with any league that I've ever seen.
Yeah, and why don't we, instead of signing off, we'll say goodbye for now, but why don't we run that one promo one last time, and good luck to you guys in Season 2. Steve, Matt, Frankie, Blake, and everybody here at at Apex Cup Series presented by Wheels America. Good luck in Season 2, everybody.
We'll see you guys on Signature Esports here in just a little while. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Thank you guys for having us. And until next time, it's been Matt and the AJ in the booth. We will return, I promise you that. See y'all over at Signature for Season 2.